Tesla is the market's most compelling growth story. June 26, 2022. Despite Tesla's challenges in Q2, many analysts remain extremely positive about the manufacturer's long-term prospects. Tesla is one of the market's most compelling growth stories according to the CFRA, who advises investors not to avoid highly attractive entry point. Tesla stock has been caught in a tech sell-off as well as some company and industry headwinds. But that doesn't mean investors should avoid the highly attractive entry point the pullback has created. According to CFRA analyst Garrett Nelson, reported MarketWatch, he argues that even though Tesla shares have recently gone on sale, the company is one of the market's most compelling growth stories, an investment with long-term return potential similar to tech disruptors such as Apple or Amazon several years ago. Although Tesla shares have lost 44% this year, they are still the most profitable automaker stock in Nelson's screens, with other major automakers down on average around 52%. The analyst said, he is sure that Tesla was unfairly punished by the market. Tesla has been unfairly punished by the market and the company is not being given credit for several key positives in the story. Nelson said, Tesla has exceptional operational and earnings execution, potential production growth from its new factories in Austin, Texas and in Berlin, Germany, and dramatic balance sheet improvement and an impressive pipeline of future products. In addition, markets may also be underestimating the role that record high gasoline prices could play in boosting EV sales. Tesla could also surprise markets by bringing its Cybertruck and Semi earlier than expected. Nelson said, Tesla's shares began a particular decline after the company's CEO Elon Musk announced his intention to buy Twitter. However, concerns that Twitter will distract Musk from Tesla too much are overblown. Nelson said, he is confident that Musk has surrounded himself with a highly skilled executive team and has been able to balance growth at both Tesla and SpaceX, in addition to his other companies. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: Tesla is a once-in-a-generation company. Tesla to build largest supercharger outside of California in Oregon. June 26, 2022. Tesla's largest market in the United States is California, and as a result the Golden State is also home to the largest supercharger stations. This month, Tesla has begun permitting for what might become its largest supercharger outside California in Sutherland, Oregon, according to plans submitted to the city of Sutherland and obtained by Drive Tesla contributor Marco. The new supercharger station will be built just off Interstate 5 at 116 Clover Leap Loop, with amenities like Taco Bell, Subway, Starbucks, and Dairy Queen nearby. The majority of the stalls will be Tesla's prefabricated superchargers, with the plans showing they want to use 12 sets with 4 stalls each 48, making it the largest set of prefabricated superchargers in the world. There will also be 3 additional ADA, Americans with Disabilities Act, reserved stalls, for a total of 51 stalls. While it will be the largest supercharger station outside of California once it is completed, it will still be well off the mark of the largest in the U.S. That title currently belongs to Fireball, but will soon be overtaken by the Harris Ranch Supercharger, which is currently undergoing an expansion to 98 stalls. It will still be a while until construction begins on the Sutherland Supercharger, as Tesla's Find Us map says it is scheduled to open sometime in 2023. Source reposted and summarized from Darren John at Drivertisla Canada. Tesla's lead over other automakers in EV race only amplified by headwinds. June 26, 2022. Tesla's lead over other automakers in the EV race is only enhanced by headwinds, says Credit Suisse. While the manufacturer faces a tough quarter, the firm sees plenty of reason to be optimistic about its stock. Credit Suisse's Dan Levy expects Tesla to announce Q2 deliveries of 242,000 vehicles, below the consensus estimate of around 273,000. Regardless, the bullish outlook for Tesla is amplified given the company's strong positioning. He wrote, the analyst is confident that Tesla remains the world leader in electric vehicles, and with the deterioration of the global situation with the supply chain, its leadership will only increase. We believe the long-term case for Tesla is clear. Tesla remains the global leader in EVs, and amid rising supply chain risks, we believe Tesla's lead over other automakers in the race to EV is only amplified given its lead in vertical integration and its prior EV experience. Levy wrote, Although Levy cut Tesla's share price target to $1,000 from $1,125, he looked beyond this quarter alone and kept the outperform rating on the shares that he established back in January. Although Giga Shanghai is underperforming in Q2, the analyst expects a sharp rise in the second half of the year. Despite all the headwinds, which are short-term, the long-term positive outlook on Tesla is provided by fundamental indicators. We continue to believe in our thesis that robust fundamentals ahead should outweigh the near-term challenges for Tesla, such as the recent growth sell-off, production disruptions in China, lingering semiconductor failure and magnified inflationary pressures. Levy wrote. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: there you have it. Q2 has some short-term troubles, but it's all smooth sailing from here. What you need to know about Tesla's stock split. June 26, 2022. Tesla's proposed 3-for-1 stock split is another step to make shares more affordable to retail investors and give employees more flexibility in managing their capital. We will help you figure out what that means. In March, Tesla announced its intentions to carry out a stock split, after which everyone expected further clarification of the details. This month, the manufacturer filed documents with the Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), confirming that it intends to carry out a 3-for-1 stock split. The company invited investors to vote on this at its annual shareholder meeting in August. March 28, 2022. Tesla submitted Form 8-K to the SEC announcing its intention to split the stock. June 6, 2022. All shareholders at the close of business on this date were invited to participate in the annual shareholders meeting virtually. June 10, 2022. Tesla filed documents with the SEC announcing plans for a 3-for-1 stock split. August 4, 2022. Shareholders to vote for a 3-for-1 share split at the 2022 annual meeting of shareholders. For new investors, stock splits can be a confusing process, so we will try to explain how it works. For your peace of mind, you should know that Tesla is no longer a newbie to this. In August 2020, the company went through a 5-to-1 stock split that went very smoothly and even pushed the share price to over $2,000 per share. Before the split, keep in mind that this does not mean that a new stock split will necessarily cause the value of shares to rise this time as well. If the proposed stock split occurs, which is the most likely scenario, each shareholder will receive 3 shares for each 1 share held. Meanwhile, the value of each share will be equal to 1/3 of the value of the share at the moment when the changes take effect. In fact, the shareholder will receive a larger number of shares, the total value of which will be the same as their smaller number before the split. However, this split is positive for future investors who can afford to buy a whole share at a lower price. People are more likely to buy stocks when they can afford to buy the whole share rather than just part of it. In addition, stock splits give employees who receive stock option awards greater flexibility in managing their capital. Source reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. My take: it's going to be crazy as soon as it get announced on the exact day the stock will split. Everyone will lose their minds.